Chapter 1. A Dark Arrival. Emily had always been drawn to old, abandoned houses. There was something about their decaying grandeur that fascinated her. So, when she stumbled upon a dilapidated mansion at the edge of town, she couldn't resist the urge to explore. As she stepped through the creaking front door, a shiver ran down her spine. The air inside was heavy with the scent of decay, and the only light came from the weak rays of the setting sun filtering through grimy windows. Dust motes danced in the dim light, creating an eerie atmosphere. Emily's footsteps echoed through the empty halls as she ventured deeper into the house. She couldn't help but feel that she was being watched, but she dismissed it as her imagination playing tricks on her. The mansion was undoubtedly creepy, but she didn't believe in ghosts. That night, Emily set up camp in one of the musty bedrooms. She had brought along a sleeping bag and a flashlight, intending to spend the night and explore the house thoroughly in the morning. As she lay in the darkness, the sounds of the old house settling filled her ears. Groans and creaks seemed to come from the walls themselves. Just as Emily was about to drift off to sleep, she heard something that made her blood run cold, a faint whispering like voices carried on the wind. She strained her ears trying to make out the words, but they were too indistinct. The whispering seemed to be coming from the hallway outside her room. Chapter 2. Unearthly Whispers. Curiosity overcame fear, and Emily cautiously made her way into the hallway. The whispering grew louder, and she could now make out the words, though they were still faint and eerie. "Leave. Get out. This place is cursed." Emily's heart raced. Who could be in the house with her? She was certain she was alone when she arrived. She followed the whispers down the hall, her flashlight trembling in her hand. The voice seemed to lead her to a locked door at the end of the corridor. The whispers were now coming from behind it, and Emily's hand reached for the doorknob. As she turned it slowly, the whispers grew louder and more frantic. With a creak, the door swung open to reveal a small, cluttered room. It was filled with old, dusty books and strange symbols drawn on the walls. In the center of the room, a flickering candle illuminated a portrait of a woman who looked eerily like Emily herself. Suddenly, the whispers ceased, and the room grew cold. Emily felt a presence behind her, and as she turned, she gasped in horror. Standing there was the woman from the portrait, but she was pale and ethereal, her eyes hollow and filled with a malevolent darkness. "Who are you?" Emily stammered, unable to tear her eyes away from the ghostly figure. The woman's voice was like a chill wind. "I am Isabella, trapped in this cursed house for eternity. You must leave, or you will suffer the same fate." Chapter 3. A Desperate Escape. Emily was paralyzed with fear, unable to move as Isabella's ghostly form drew nearer. The room grew colder, and Emily's breath misted in the air. "I don't belong here," Emily protested, tears welling up in her eyes. "I just wanted to explore." Isabella's voice softened, and for a moment her features seemed less menacing. "You are not like the others who came before you. You have a chance to escape this place, but you must go now." With that, Isabella pointed to a hidden door in the corner of the room. Emily wasted no time and rushed towards it, throwing it open to reveal a narrow, winding staircase leading down into darkness. She descended as quickly as she could, the whispers of Isabella fading into the distance. The staircase seemed to go on forever, but Emily couldn't stop. She had to escape the cursed mansion. Finally, she emerged into a damp, underground chamber. The air was heavy with the scent of earth, and Emily realized she was in a forgotten part of the mansion, a hidden cellar. As Emily made her way through the pitch-black cellar, she stumbled upon a crumbling diary hidden amongst the debris. Its pages told the tragic tale of Isabella, a woman accused of witchcraft in the 17th century and condemned to die in the mansion by a superstitious mob. With newfound determination, Emily resolved to free Isabella's spirit from its torment. Armed with the knowledge from the diary, she embarked on a mission to find a way to break the curse. Weeks turned into months as Emily researched and performed rituals to free Isabella's spirit. The mansion became her home, but the whispers and ghostly encounters persisted. However, Emily pressed on, driven by a sense of purpose. One fateful night, as Emily conducted the final ritual, the mansion trembled, and a blinding light filled the room. Isabella's ghostly form appeared, this time with a look of gratitude and relief. "Thank you," Isabella whispered, her voice no longer filled with malice. "You have freed me from this eternal torment." As Isabella's spirit faded away, the mansion seemed to sigh with relief. The dark presence that had haunted it for centuries lifted, leaving Emily alone in the now peaceful house. The morning sun broke through the windows, illuminating the mansion's faded grandeur. Emily knew her adventure was over, and it was time to leave. With a final glance at the now quiet house, she stepped outside, leaving behind the haunted mansion and the ghostly whispers of its tragic past. And so the horror story of Emily's encounter with the cursed mansion came to an end, leaving her forever changed by her brush with the supernatural.